Hey there, LEGO fans, and welcome back. Alex and my wife, Mindy, are here.
Hi, guys.
And today we have a special treat because LEGO has sent Mindy and I a copy of the new LEGO Modular. And here it is, guys. It is Tudor Corner. This is set number 10350. It contains a very high piece count of 3,266 pieces, and it's going to retail for $230 US. So nice to see that despite this high piece count, we still have that relatively consistent price point there. And of course, it's going to be available on January 1st of 2025. And of course, as a little bonus, LEGO is offering a gift with purchase. So if you buy Tudor Corner, you get this cute little corner kiosk there.
I built that.
So if you want a way of getting a lot of tiles, like printed tiles, there's some stickers in it, but a lot of printed tiles.
It's like halvesies.
Halvesies? Okay, there you go. Not a bad little gift with purchase.
That's cute.
Now you're going to notice that I have the original modular building right here. Wow. This is Cafe Corner that started it all back in 2007. And here we are in 2025, and it's been close to 18 years now that this has been going on. Pretty crazy. Remember when we bought that thing in our little apartment back in the day when we were just starting getting going in our marriage and all that good stuff? And here it is. So it's come a long way. Now people are going to notice that, wow, Tudor Corner looks kind of small compared to it, and it has basically 1,200 more pieces than this set. It's pretty crazy, but this thing is packed with detail, but we're going to get into that in just a moment. I think what we'll do first time is talk about, I guess, the instruction booklet.
Okay, sure.
One instruction booklet, very thick book. This is an ICONS set, of course, so one booklet. You open it up, and I'm very happy to see that there is some information about the set itself. There's a message from the designer, as well as some information about Tudor Corner as well, and with history involved there, and then it's off into the build. Now, throughout the build, I was very happy to see that they have little informational bits that I always love reading those. And there are always connections with other LEGO sets, primarily LEGO modular buildings. There's like at least, there's got to be like 10 other LEGO modular buildings that are mentioned in this that there's connections to.
Yeah, that was interesting.
It's always fun.
I was like, oh, wow. Then you think, okay, do I know this other set well enough to have like, to understand the instruction booklets?
I would say about 45% of the build is the base. And then the rest, oh yeah, for sure, because you have the base, it's the bigger part of it, right?
Is that typical with most sets?
I think it's very typical, yeah. Most of it's going to be the bottom level because it's taller, it has the sidewalk elements and all that in it, and usually the most detail is at that bottom layer.
Well, yeah. A lot of the details are very tiny elements too, so that's probably why the piece count's so high.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm no genius, but
she is a genius. Come on now.
Right.
So there are 8 minifigures with this set, and that's going to include a well-dressed mannequin. All these characters have roles to play, whether they work, live, or occasionally shop at Tudor Corner. 5 of the minifigures have reversible faces for that added playabilities. So as far as the build itself, I will go first on this one, honey, and just say that I was scared that it was going to be a tedious build because of the high piece count and how it's relatively smaller. But it did not happen. It was not a tedious build at all. Yes, there are a lot of very small pieces in this thing, which add a lot to the detail, but it was a fun build all the way through.
Fun, though, because you're putting like details, whereas this one wasn't.
It's very basic.
In it.
Very basic, like it's, however, this thing is quite impressive with the amount of detail, especially up on this third level, like the attic level.
Yeah.
Man, I thought I was going to hate doing these, like where it's white and black here. I was going to be like, oh, that looks terrible, but it was actually one of the more enjoyable parts of the build.
Yeah, well, and it definitely speaks out to that Tudor style.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. Classic. I was like, what is it? Like tutoring? Are you tutoring kids? I had no idea.
No.
And Mindy did some studying, so she's going to tell you guys.
Yeah, the Tudor, and there's other sets that have the same, some of these same elements, because I guess the Tudor style was developed in like England in the late 15th century and early 16th century, but it was during the beginning of the reign of the Tudor monarchy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And some of the elements of it are like the half timber work, the wood paneled walls, large rectangular windows. Anyway, there's just like kind of some classic complex roofs with many gables, all these things. A lot of the medieval sets have some of these elements because the Tudor style is kind of an in-between from like medieval and Gothic to like Renaissance. So there's your history lesson.
There's a lot
wake
of cool
wake up.
But no, a good looking build, and it is about the same height. I know this tower makes the a cafe corner
yeah,
look like
you're
it's
right.
much bigger, but they actually are the same height as far as those final third levels there as well.
Our
So
modular is pretty consistent with like floors being so many bricks high. I mean, in general.
generally speaking, yeah, they have a very tall first level, and then the second two levels are pretty much the same. You have some outliers, like for say, Brick Bank is an outlier because that's 2 floors.
Oh, yeah.
Last year's Natural History Museum is 2 floors,
Oh.
but they have like the big tower there in the middle. Nothing is going to be as
So
towering
cute.
as Town Hall, for example. I mean, that thing is a beauty of a beast.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast. It's a beauty beast. There you go.
Now this is supposed to be a corner building.
Very good point.
And
Yeah.
they come out with a corner building every
3 years.
Okay, I
So
was
this is
gonna
the
say
3rd year now. So yes, this is a corner building. Although I will say that you could, and this is one thing that I might have a complaint about as far as the exterior goes, is that let's say this is next door to another modular. Well, you have this walkout right here, and there's a wall right there with another
know.
modular. That's not going to be a good view for that person. So that's something to think about. While it is a corner building, it probably would look best at the end of an aisle with nothing in the back of it on this side of it. Let's say it's not a corner building, but the Parisian restaurant is kind of like
I
that.
know, I was gonna say that one. Because
Yeah.
it's kind of like got this
It's got
interesting
it's got a
angle.
stairway going down on the side.
Yeah.
It's also very reminiscent of boutique hotel, where it has that step up and it has that kind of outside cafe area.
Yes.
It's very similar to that as well. So yeah, Lego is doing a lot of that more exterior play on these, and it's not so much the interior that we're looking at. It's that detail of the exterior where people are out having a good time, enjoying the nightlife.
There's a lot of diverse elements and architecture techniques, I guess.
Absolutely.
So makes it more fun.
Yes, a fantastic looking set on the outside, but what about the interior? So let's go ahead and take a look at that first. Now, on the first floor there's basically 2 places. There's the old Guarded Inn, which is now a restaurant.
Oh,
And inside that restaurant there, you have like a bar. And it has a kitchen. It has a full-on kitchen kind of in the back there, kind of tucked away. It's great. It's a full, beautiful setup there. And they can serve, it's not just drinks, but it's meals as well. You can have some nice breakfast, some eggs and bacon, pancakes and things like that.
That's like my favorite.
And that's why I love this little nook that sticks out. It protrudes. It's a very fun, it reminded me a lot of building a corner garage, on how it had that unique architecture, kind of like a diagonal build across.
Yeah.
And this kind of protrudes out a little bit, and it has a little nook there on the interior on that window, which just looks fantastic.
I want to shrink down and walk around in it. So we got the inn/restaurant
Right, with the menus there on the interior and
but then
exterior,
on
right?
this side.
Yes, and I was having a hard time. Maybe I might mispronounce the name of this, but the haberdashery, right? Is that how you say it, honey?
Haberdashery?
Haberdashery?
We didn't know what that was.
Yeah, we did not. We had to look it up.
We're like, oh, it's a gentleman. Like it has like
Yeah, what was it?
it's
Or
like
what
a
is it?
clothing store for chaps.
For chaps. For good-looking chaps.
You wouldn't know. You don't
I wouldn't know
shop.
that, no. I'm not a well-dressed man.
like caps and like, whatever those things, ascots or something. Like, shoes.
Well, there's a lot of thread and hats.
Yeah, you can
and
go
umbrellas,
you
accessories.
go and get there's like
Yes.
2 versions of it, but like the history of the haberdashery is like you'd go and get the things you would need to make your own suit.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm like, no, I'm buying made, thank you.
Well, that is very cool, and
cute.
it's cool to see that is in there. And
We
also,
learned something.
We learned something new. We learned a lot. It was very educational, yeah. And I also want to mention there are no stickers with this set, and that's usually pretty typical of these modular buildings. So all the elements that you're seeing here, these tiles, they are all printed elements there as well. One more detail on the first floor is that there is a bathroom. So the bathroom is tucked away under the stairs, and it's really hard to access. And there's a kind of a separate way you access that. And you actually remove the section of the stairs here in the front.
Oh.
And then there you can see the toilet. And it's just a toilet.
In all
nothing
its
else.
glory.
In all of its glory. And of course, in the back there is a door that the chef can throw out some old fish if he needs to.
Oh, that's what that's for.
Yeah.
What's
There you
that?
go. Yeah, that's the garbage.
Oh, with the old fish.
There's some old fish that didn't sell. So that is the first floor, a fantastic first floor.
Yes.
And it is on to the second floor. Now the second floor is really cool because it is just one thing, and that is the clockmaker's workshop. This place is full of clocks, but we counted them. I had Jimmy count all the clocks in there, and we counted 11 clocks all the way around. So you have this really nice workbench here that he works at there. And you go around, and there's all types of clocks here. And what's really fun, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but all of the clocks, they're all the same time with the exception of the main clock on the exterior here. And one of the little informational bits says, oop, the clock's working a little slow. It looks like our clock master is going to have to go out there and give it a tune-up. It's just cute things like that that are really fun about it. There's a little closet there, and you would think that it's like maybe another bathroom, but it's a little storage closet underneath the stairs. So you open that up, and there's this little, really old-style vacuum cleaner in there.
That's so cute.
And it's this
Like
teal
a really
bathroom.
scary sounding kind.
Yeah, the scary one there. And it just kind of tucks away in there, and it's nice. But yeah.
I want one.
Mindy wants one. There you go, guys. Yeah.
That's adorable.
Uh-huh.
It's a perfect little vacuum closet. You open it and the vacuum attacks you. It's like a scare thing, you know?
It's a horror film.
I know. That's awesome.
The other issue that I have, and I got to be nitpicky because, I want to be fair here, but it's about how things connect. So there is an attic apartment, and that is where we have a residence. And that is our lady who has a couple of cats. And to get to that attic apartment, she actually does have to go up these steps and walk through the clockmaker's area here. So when she comes through, she's got to come in there and say, hi, just go into my apartment. She doesn't have her own separate
Maybe
exterior
it's her
entrance.
nephews or her sons. Or
And that works temporarily. But
whatever works forever.
It's a small little detail. Probably won't bug anybody really. But I just want to make mention of that. It's not really bugging me. I just want to make mention of it because you do have to walk through there and it might be annoying to the clockmaker, especially if she has cats coming in and out of that door. Just saying. So the attic apartment is that. It's just an apartment, and it's a really cozy little area. And there's a nice little teal coach. I think this lady is a fan of teal. Lots of teal in that area.
Every woman is a fan of teal.
And you might think that she's just a fan of kittens, but actually she's got a couple of terrariums, and it looks like there's some
like beetles
insects in there. And a little informational bit says that she has a very valuable collection of insects. So there you go. So don't let the cats get in there and eat them or anything like that.
There's a little kitty tower.
Yeah, a little kitty tower, yes. Isn't it awesome?
So they can scratch the heck out of that and not the couch.
Well, they'll probably still scratch the heck out of the couch because that is what cats do.
Cats don't like teal.
They don't like teal. We don't like teal.
Anything.
A nice little walkout there. Not much of a walkout. She can open up the door there and peek outside. Like I said earlier in the review, hopefully there's not another modular there obstructing her view of things going on below.
Windows and all the things. Okay, sorry.
And then, of course, at the very top, we have our sweeper. And he's hanging out there. It's pretty cool, the chimney sweeper. Yep.
Aww.
So final thoughts on this, guys. I think LEGO did a fantastic job with this Tudor Corner modular building. It's got to be one of the most, if not the most, detailed modular I have ever seen come out from LEGO. I think that piece count of over 3,200 pieces contributing a lot to that. The price point stayed consistent, which is fantastic to see. And I think for me personally, this is going to be instantly in the top 10, if not the top 5 favorite modulars, just because of the looks of this thing. The fantastic detail throughout here is really on key. I think the drawbacks here might be just that it's a little bit small. Its size isn't very impressive compared to other modulars that we've seen here in the past. But generally speaking, I think this is a solid modular that is going to make a lot of LEGO modular collectors very happy. But of course, I want to know what you guys think. So please let me know in the comment section below what you all think.
Yeah, will you be getting this on January 1st?
Yeah, or eventually. Now, I usually do a placement in these videos, but at the moment, we are doing a rebuild of the very area where this will go. So hang in there. You'll just have to tune in for future videos of the rebuild of my downtown area and find out where I end up putting the new corner modular. Mindy,
Look forward to that.
Absolute pleasure to have you here with me today.
Thanks.
And a big thank you to LEGO for providing this early copy for review.
Thanks.
And thank you, of course, for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.